Let's talk about voiceover gear. Hey, what's up? I'm Mark Scott. Thanks for checking out another voiceover tip. If you never want to miss another tip, it's easy. Just subscribe to the YouTube channel. And if you want more free advice on the business and marketing side of voiceover, all you have to do is listen to the Everyday VOpreneur podcast anytime at VOpreneur.com or subscribe wherever fine podcasts are given away for free. So today I want to talk to you about voiceover gear and just a very quick tip for dealing with voiceover gear. The thing is, there's not a day goes by where a post doesn't get put into one of the Facebook groups asking about gear. What microphone should I buy? What interface should I buy? What editing software should I use? Here's the challenge with going about it that way. Let's say that you post a very specific question like, guys, I'm thinking about buying a Sennheiser MKH 416 microphone. What do you think about that microphone? Here's what's going to happen. Half the people are going to tell you what they think about that microphone based on their experience with that microphone. And the other half of the people are going to say, well, I use this mic, or I use this mic, or I use this mic. So it doesn't help you, and it doesn't answer the question at all. And this is what happens every single time somebody posts a question in a voiceover group about gear. You ask a very specific question, and rather than answer the question, most people are just going to tell you what they use, which ultimately doesn't help you. Here's the other thing. I could tell you that I use a 416 when I go on the road, and I love that microphone when I'm traveling on the road. But that does not mean that the 416 is going to be the best microphone for you, because different microphones sound better with different voices, different microphones work better in different genres, different microphones work better in different recording spaces, which makes a big difference as well. And so when you're posting in the Facebook group, you're getting a lot of opinions from a lot of voice actors, and you're getting a lot of recommendations based on what they have in their studio, but it may not always be the best thing for you and your situation and your studio. One of the things that you are selling is your sound, right? You're selling your voice, but you're selling your sound, the quality of your recording. That means that making the proper investments in your studio space and your equipment are absolutely essential, because that's part of what the customer is buying when they make the decision to work with you. That's why I think you should always consult with a professional. It's great to get advice from voice actors. It's great to ask opinions, to get some input, maybe if you don't even know where to begin. But I always think ultimately before you're making any buying decisions, you need to speak to a professional. Talk to somebody like Roy Yokelson, like Tim Tippets, like George Whittam. Dan Lenard is another name that comes up all the time. All of these guys are completely trustworthy guys that are going to be able to give you really good, solid professional advice before you start spending thousands of dollars on microphones and other various and assorted recording equipment. If you want to do this the right way, if you want to make sure that you're putting yourself in the best possible situation to create a return on your investment by making the best possible sound, ask a professional. Doesn't mean you can't put the questions in the group, but I'm just saying before you make the final decision, make sure that you consult a professional to make sure that you're moving in the right direction, because it's a lot easier for them to tell you before you spend your money whether or not you're making a good choice or whether or not this is a good fit for you, than to try to correct it after the purchases have already been made. Roy Yokelson, Tim Tippets, George Whittam, Dan Lenard, any of these guys are going to be able to point you in the right direction. Want more tips? Remember, the Everyday VOpreneur podcast at VOpreneur.com or wherever fine podcasts are given away for free.